guys, and welcome to another battle report. So this is game 4 of TNQ, and I'm facing up the Vermin Swarm. And I will have his list in the description, but quickly walk through. First of all, he got a Dreadmill. We play the diagonal deployment. Then he got in the corner, he got a unit of Plague Brotherhood. In there he got a Priest, then a weapon team, a Rotary gun. I got the unit of Thunderhawks. Then you got a big unit of Vermin Guard with the Dispel level 4 guy on the clock. Another unit of Rotary gun, another unit of Thunderhawk, and 15 giant rats. And here is where he deployed his second Dreadmill. So here's my deployment, and my thinking is I have a vanguard unit of fast cav over there. They will move forward to a Dreadmill with either move away from me or move over the hill and shoot at the fast cav, and I will charge it with my Lord with the flaming lance and all of that nice stuff. Other news, I deployed first off my Realm Lance, my Grail Knight, another unit of Aspiring Knights with a Damsel and a BSB in it, and another unit of Realm Lance with a, let's see, I think I got a Damsel in there as well. My Castellan is hiding in the back, the Treb, the Archer with the Reliquary in it, and a small unit of Fast Cab. And for objective for this scenario, the one who cast most spells using 5 dice get 1 battle point. The one at the end of turn 4 with the most scoring unit within 6 inches of that golden thing in the middle receives 3 battle points. And the one with the scoring unit furthest away from the big golden thing at the end of turn 6, who has been in close combat, also scored 2 battle points. And yeah, the thing is, I missed that part when ready objective. It was early in the morning, so you will see me doing some stupid thing with the Grey Knights later in the game. But anyway, that's that. And here I got the Treb and the Peg Knights. The plan here was actually he will go forward between the golden thing and that impasse terrain, and then he could shoot at my fast cav, and then I will charge with my Lord with heroic lethal blow. The thing is I didn't see it at the time, but he could just move through that impasse terrain and shoot at my Peg Knights, but he didn't do that, thankfully. So my spell is, as you can see them on this picture, and he gets first turn. The first thing he does is he pushes his what's it called now, his wheel forward where I wanted it to be. So now I got a nice juicy pretty easy flank charge with my Lord's Lance. And the other Dreadmill as well pushes forward, so I got a easy charge with my Lord's Lance there as well. Well, he do not move anything else. In magic phase he do get off Soundspell at the Doom Will using 5 dice, don't miscast, so he will definitely win that 5 dice casting game. Unfortunately, it's too risky to throw a lot of dice at the spell. He has to receive a battle point, to be honest. And he managed to get some spell off at my Peg Knights, causing a wound to them. And the Dreadmill misfire and shoots like that. And thankfully, you can see the direction on the scatter dice. It actually misses my Breath Lord, thankfully. But it did manage to kill 2 of my Aspiring Knights and do a wound to the Treb. Well, so for my turn 1, the Breath Lord charges the Dreadmill, and I will pretty much make short work of that, is my hope. With the Flaming Lance I should be able to kill that pretty easily. And on this flank as well, I should be able to kill that Dreadmill as well. That's a hop at least, and then I just pushes forward my units a bit. And here you can see my hope here is I can fly my Peg Knights behind his line, hunting some gunnery team. I don't think I can take the Thunderhawk in close combat, unfortunately, but definitely threaten his gunner's team at least. My Treb throw rocks at his clock, doing nothing to it, killing some storm vermin. Well, my Lord flubbed spectacularly. I think I did a couple of wounds to the like 4 wounds to the Dreadmill, but it didn't matter anyway, cause he fled through my fast cab and he failed a couple of dangerous terrain tests and he's died anyway, so the end result is all good. And unfortunately I flubbed spectacularly with this lance as well. He did pretty good. I do a couple of wounds to his Dreadmill. He fled. I didn't pursue because I don't want his Brotherhood to charge my lance, so I ended up, as you can see, my lance. But it didn't matter too much anyway, cause his Dreadmill failed his Leadership 7 and he runs off the table edge anyway, so that's good. This unit of Gutter Blades shows up behind my line and they are prepared to kill off the Treb. With the rest of his lines, he didn't do much, to be honest. He actually, with his Vermin Guard, he backs away from me. But otherwise, he stayed put where he is. He does some shooting / magic and he put some hurt onto this knight unit, so I pretty much have to take them away from action now because there are only 3 knights remaining. And these rats managed to take down my trap, unfortunately, in shooting phase. So for the Kingdom of Arcane turn 2, I pretty much backed away with most of my things. One thing I do miss is that he could just walk around his gutter blades away from my reliquary and just shoot on my other treb, which is unfortunate, but I didn't think about it, yeah, stupidly. But anyway, this is how I place my troops basically. I need to take care of those gutter blades. They're pretty cheap, but they're taking down my treb, and I don't want them running around in my backlines. So that's my plan for turn 2. And well, I couldn't do nothing to his unit. I think he dispelled my luminous bolt at them, and he used the lightning rod this turn, so I couldn't hurt him with shooting. And you can see now he have pushed up his gutter blades and I cannot do anything about them because I'm stupidly didn't move any troops there. You can see now he pushes forward his line a little bit. His rotary gun is hiding and one of his thunderhawks are going around to shoot at my peg knights, cause he will have hard cover, but otherwise he will have potential to do some hurt to my peg knights. And you can see here he pushes from forward his giant rat and his thunderhawks move forward as well on that flank. And yeah, in shooting he killed off my second treb, unfortunately, but there wasn't much I could do about it, unfortunately. Well, I think both his rotary gun and his thunderhawk misfired and suffered. The thunderhawk have suffered like 3 or 4 wounds, depending on how many wounds the rats have, and the rotary gun has suffered a wound. Well, so for Kingdom of Arcane turn, let's see now, it's my turn 3. I pushes everything to get rid of those gutter blades, My Grey Knights are moving away from the center objective because I thought you didn't have to be in combat to score those 2 battle points, but you unfortunately have. So yeah, me not reading the rules correctly. Yeah, but what can you do? Sometimes that happens. Well, my Pig Knights are backing away from his Thunderhawk because I cannot really do much to them, and he's protecting his Rotary gun pretty well as well, so I cannot really do anything to that either. And I do manage to get rid of his Scatterblades. I use the Flaming Lance, I use the Luminous Bolt, and I use Shooting, and in the end I managed to get rid of those guys. So I got my backfield clean away from rats, which is good. Well, so for his turn, he didn't move much, to be honest. This is just a vortex he tried to cast, but he rolled a 6 on the distance, so it just moved through his own unit, and since it's toxic attack, I think it killed. It might or may not have killed a Plague Brother or something like that, but it didn't matter too much. Well, so this is my turn 4, and you can see I have a lot of scoring units next to that golden thing in the middle, so I will score those 3 battle points. And yeah, the rest of my army are just keeping safe away from his army. My plan is basically I cannot take the Vermin Guard. I might take the Brotherhood, but that would be risky, so I'm gonna keep my distance away from him from now on during the rest of this game. Hopefully he will not kill too much of my knights to get any victory points from them. Well, he do manage to kill a lot of these knights. I think my damsel have moved out of this unit. And by the way, during this whole tournament I played the Castellan wrong, so I have a Castellan in every knight's lands, and you're not allowed to have that, by the way, so you can see some peasants among the knights in my battle report for this one and for next one, by the way. And yeah, he managed to kill off the rest of this knight's lands, unfortunately, in shooting. For my turn 5, I keep my distance away from him. That's basically it with everything. You can see I have backed off away with most of my things. I think my mages are within range to cast Cataclysm and Luminous Bolts at his Thunderhawks and Giant Rat, but that's it. And that's exactly what I do in my turn 5. I do manage to get off Cataclysm on his Giant Rat. It's not too much of a point, but it's some points at least. And I do some wounds to his Thunderhawks. But yeah, that's it for my turn 5. So over to the Vermin Swarm turn 6. I think this is just showing his Thunderhawk shoots at my fast cav, and I placed them poorly, so they flee, so he will score half of victory points for making them flee. And that's what's actually all the photos I have of this game. This is just a game of his army in the beginning. I did manage to kill off almost every single one of those Giant Rats and half of one of the Vermin Thunderhawk units in the end, so I managed to score some victory points for that. In the scenario objective he got 2 and I got 4, and in the end I ended up winning this by 11-9 total, and I'm very happy because I think Vermin Swarm versus Kingdom of Arcane, unless you lose, that's a good thing, because that's such a bad matchup for us, to be honest. So I'm very happy with actually scoring 11 points out of this game. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed watch this. Feel free to comment if you have anything to say. Like and start subscribing if you want more of this. And that's it. Have a nice one.